Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore. Wait a minute, this music isn't right, the scene isn't right. Hang on. That's more like it. And now it's time for the show for all creatives. Nevermind the Furthermore. Your source for conversation, inspiration, and fun. With your host, Nicholas Anthony Tockert. He's an artist, a writer, a swordsman, and a game designer. He knows how to use the sword and axe in historical battles without anybody getting hurt too much. He's also the Manatee Man, Master of Marketing. And he may even have a guest or two. One thing, though, to be certain. Just don't call him a cryptid. With that, it's about time for the show. So sit back, enjoy, and have some coffee and chat with us.
Good morning, Nevermorians. I'm your host with the most, Mr. Nicholas Anthony Tockert, coming at you over the airwaves on WNTF. Never mind the furthermore. Bam! Never mind the furthermore is brought to you with the generous love and support of our good friends over at indiecd.org. Yes, the independent creator directory, your one-stop shop for the best and the brightest authors, musicians, creatives. Basically, if you want to find someone who make your dream happen, go to indiecd.org. You ever wonder how you find, as a newer creator, how do I meet editors, proofreaders, flatters for my comic? All of those and more can be found through the door at indiecd. And if you are looking for a place to be hosted where you don't have to worry about being molested by the billionaire elite class and having ads block out your stuff and drive away your customers, well, you can go there for the low cost of $40, one-time fee. And now, there have been some accusations flying around. I want to make this crystal clear. I did not say go to listen to Joe Bachman's first podcast on indiecd.org. I did not tell you to go to podcast 1 because there might be a secret code to get you half off. I don't know why people keep accusing me. I clearly have said I have not done this thing. And I have not done this thing for you. So if you do, please use my link because I get a little bit of the action and frankly it helps keep the lights on a little farther. And, you know, placating my internet webmaster keeps the computer from looking at me too funny. I am really thinking of acquiring some googly eyes at this point. Because this is, my gaming computer, which is glorious. It is an incredibly cool thing that an incredibly uncool dude has. So, that being said, support them. We're also made possible, of course, by the sales of my books, which are slightly buried because I had to rescue a small bone dragon from a small cat who wanted to use it as a chew toy. So just one moment. We're going to grab this whole stack of goodies. Womp, womp, womp. I started organizing my office on that side, which means things like my theoretically busted, still working on it, ring light and other things are not where they were, which means they are clattering to the background, as things should. But we are brought to you by, of course, the Big Stompy Robots Core Rule Book. As soon as I clear off my table and get my really neat package of dry erase miniatures found, I will be doing playtesting with an elite group of people who may or may not be looking at me. Oh, wait. I just gotta do something, guys. There's Hobo! And Trey is adorable, but there was Hobo. So I will hide her now. Back into her dungeon. Anyway, support Big Stompy Robots. And in the lore, you may find someone who reminds you a bit of Trey. I would never immortalize my friends in sci-fi lore. I've never done such a thing. But I have helped people learn how to sword fight with the simple sword, the fighting axe, and the simple spear, all part of my ongoing series of Western martial arts manuals that I work on when I am not traveling through the thinning veil. 7 great stories to chill your bones. Or engaging in yet another melee. But my art and tales are once again abroad, so you guys really should check that little book out. A lot of people have enjoyed that. I need to work on volume 2 this fall, but things are a little spooky, and they get more spooky with Haints and Hellfire. My lovely tale of Appalachian horror. It's told in the only way a madman like me can, which involves all sorts of monsters, not to be confused with those found in Koepp, Amanda Tockert's wonderful book, which you should also buy. Now, speaking of wolves of the koi or otherwise, I need to get into my accountability, which means I need to check on my, do not get distracted by the adorable pictures of Hobo. Do not get distracted by the adorable pictures of Hobo. Too late. Oh, okay. You can't see them. They're not for you. No. If I stop to do that, I won't be able to get to my word count. So just give me a second. I am 46 words shy of 23,000 words. So it is looking like this one will be bigger than the first. I hope my sophomore slump isn't too bad. I'm allowed to be phobic. Let's get into what we're talking about today. We have a lot going on in the world of creativity. A lot of people's projects are either debuting or they're about to debut. And I've had a couple people reach out to me about, the usual imposter syndrome things. And I was discussing some things with a dear friend, and I'm going to put him on mild blast. Yes, mild blast. I can blast in a mild fashion when necessary, and insufficiently hydrated. But my man, I hear one of my most inspirational figures, and somebody I honestly can't believe I get the privilege to know, Mr. Dan Hollifield. He has been put in a position as, I want to say, the writer of note for Holocon. And he was lamenting why. His words were, and I quote, "I'm just a guy." Mandy just gave the sigh of doom from the living room. The that was evident on Trey was heartbreaking. Now, I may have spent a large amount of hours a few days ago, because I would never, just trying to remind him, just who the heck do you think you are? And I will say unto him, as I've said unto others, quoting a slightly older now anime of great quality, as long as you acknowledge that the last episode did not happen, that being Toten Teppen Gurren Lagann. And I will say this: if you can't believe in yourself, believe in the me that believes in you. Because yours is the drill that will pierce the heavens. And I mean that, friends. And I'm citing this out. Yes, I am citing this out today. I'm calling up the forces of Nick's Hellfire and Sulfur and Brimstone speech to remind you as you are sitting there trying to decide, can I do this? Should I do this? Should I try? Yes, you bloody well should. Because what you are doing matters. What you're creating matters, and you have value. So I don't want, I know this whole imposter syndrome. And the thing is, I hear from the little, startup peoples, like, I'll never be as good as blank. And it's funny. It's funny to hear, I'd like to be as good as Dan Hallfield someday, but, I don't. You can be. You could be your own version of the amazing Brian K. Morris. You could be, getting to where I am, folks. It's not that hard. I take life as a survey course. You have to understand, I have weaponized my ADHD into the acquisition of insane quantities of skill sets and dabblings, and I make a pittance here and a pittance there. But I'm putting good out in all things that I do. Well, almost all things I do. And that's the goal. Occasionally I put out raw, unbridled villainy. I understand this. You have to admit, yes, you are the villain in some people's stories. But then again, if I'm going to be villainous, friends, colleagues, if I'm going to be villainous, be as villainous as possible. Because, friends, what is the difference between a villain and a supervillain? Presentation! So, I want you guys right out there, and this is all y'all, it's time to lace up your big boy boots, pull up your big girl panties, or whatever applies to you, either or in the middle. I do know some people who wear their big girl panties and their big boy boots, and they usually stomp on people. But time to get out there and create, because there's been some stuff going on. Okay. Recently, an AI generated prompted image won a comic cover contest. And there's some stuff with I want to say Todd McFarlane too. It's grim, but I'm going to tell you something. For all of you who are doubting, well, my stuff doesn't look that good, maybe I should just give in. It would be so much easier to just prompt and tweet. Twink it. Wow. Tweet. No, not twink it, not twerk it. Tweak it. The slips are Freudian and mighty today. But, and just put out this amazing stuff. Except I have 0.00 repeating respect for AI-generated imagery and the people who use it, calling themselves artists. Now, yes, there's some folks who play around with it as a toy, and if you play around with it as a toy, have fun. There's some people who use it in conjunction with their own appearance to play around with it as a toy. Again, have fun. But there is only one kind of artist that you can call an AI prompter who is using that material to try to sell it under the guise of being an artist. And they are an artist. They're a con artist. They could take a very long walk off a very short pier. Now, why do I say that? Because I respect the living heck out of your stickmen, your half sloppy, your little sculpture-y dudes. I respect the living heck out of your doodles and your OCs and the things that you made when you were like 13 that were so cool and so unique and looked like everything that cringy 13-year-old has ever put out. Trust me, I was a big Sonic the Hedgehog fan when it was new, and I used to have the complete run through issue 158 before the fire. I know cringe, my dear friends, and I respect your Sonic OCs infinitely more than that, to the point because my natural, wow, that pulled the Picard maneuver, but my natural defiance has been activated, friends. The secret code that unlocks my ability to get things done in spite of, the overwhelming forces of both physical, mental, and occasionally spiritual that oppose me for the purpose of getting things done. The raw, defiant, no, I will not go gentle into the good night is ignited by the audacity of these people using AI I'll just use AI to write my book for me. I'll just use AI to draw the picture for me. There are 3 layers of BS to that. 1, the material is stolen from some other human who is doing it. 2, the credit is stolen from the AI itself who did it, and when they hit their sentience, they're going to want their rights. And 3, you were stealing from yourself, because doing things that require learning how to do them, the acquisition of actual skill, teaches so much more than the simple acquisition of a product. It teaches patience. It teaches self-awareness. It teaches dedication. It builds gumption. Friends, don't steal your ideas. Don't. Inside the head, of every living being that is watching this, every sentient, sapient creature, as human adjacent as you may be. See, Lydia, I'm being fair. Are worlds of wonder. Now, for some people, it is a small, little, delicate, tiny little world. And in that world, it may just be, I like to make happy little colorful quilt squares, or I like to make origami cranes, or I like to some creative, artistic measure. Folding your own origami cranes will always have more truth, more attachment than if you put the paper into a folding machine and said, I want an origami this. Don't steal that from yourselves. And don't steal yourself from the world. And to those of you who are doing it right, those of you who are out there telling your stories, and maybe you're making money, maybe you're making money hand over fist, and you're looking down at my humble efforts like, I am greater than thou. Then stride on, my friend, and stride on towards victory. But maybe you're just starting out. Maybe you're somewhere in the middle on this lovely Friday trying to rip out your hair going, I want to be more. Everything you are matters, and everything you have done thus far matters. Now, to some of you, Nick is being repetitive. Nick is just prattling on in his monologue before he gets to the chat. And if that's you, congratulations. You've reached a level of confidence in your art and your skill, and that is a wonderful thing, believe it or not. I'm proud of you. But there are many in my audience, especially among the delightful Daphne Leish would call her eyeball people from points beyond, who reach out to me because they're a little shy about putting comments on Facebook or on Twitter or on YouTube, which please feel free to comment. And to them, the most vulnerable of the creators, the ones who are battling the imposter syndrome, the fear, the sense of dread. One, everybody goes through it. Literally, everybody goes through it to some degree. And I'm not going to lie to you and say it doesn't go, it goes away. It doesn't. It's always there. If you are of the material to have imposter syndrome, we don't treat imposter syndrome like, here's a shot, you're one and done. If it were possible, I would vaccinate everyone about it, you know. But it takes constant, continual effort. And the fact that you are trying in face of that, my dear ones, that in itself is a creation. That in itself is a bold defiance of a world that would put you in a box, slap a label on it, and slap it on a shelf. This person has this many hours, try and buy it as cheap as you can. You are transcending. And that is bold and it is beautiful. And I'm dang proud of you. And to the old heads like me, the graybeards running around who've been doing things for a while, regardless of success. I see you too, and I know you feel the same way. You just got better at hiding it. And that's okay too. Because it's still the battle. You're still in the trenches. And the ideas you put out, they could be silly little things. Even if it just brings you joy, that's putting more joy in the world. That's putting out light. So please keep doing your silly little sculptures, your cute little doodles in the margins of things. Keep writing little stories, I don't care if it's on AO3 or Amazon or, Penguin Random House or whatever has picked you up. I don't care if it's, clunky copyright infringement style homemade comics on office paper. It still matters. So keep at it. And if you want to help make sure that you have a place to keep at these things, a place to join a community where you will be supported with a secret social media group for creatives, by creatives, well, there's somebody you need to hear from. Indie CD is a great thing, and I'm very proud of it. It's real easy. When I set out to, when Mandy and I looked around and went, there isn't an author convention. There isn't a convention this time of year. If we took all the money that we'd spend on hotels and gas and food and threw it at a site, we could just host a little convention. But what would we do? The first thought I had was to set up a convention for the folks at indiecd.org and the folks who are tangentially attached. And I'm proud of that convention. I'm proud to be part of that program. But I'm also very proud to be part of the amazing people who are now at 94 comments and rising in my chat. So I have not looked at them. Let's get the raw, first reveal of these. And let's see. Okay, are we good? We are good. And first through the door is our own Sarah. Sarah, the matron of pain and the punisher of those who do not like, share, and subscribe. There will be a special overlay developed based on our lovely Sarah as a reference material, and I did get approval that she liked the design. My first crack at it, which is not in here for me to hold up. But what? Am I the first person here? Yes, Sarah, you win the first through the door chat. Or are others on here on FB? Wow. Now there's always a chance that Facebook has gone gunny bag on me. It would not surprise me at all. And morning, Sarah. I was just about to comment the same thing. Yes, I'm figuring, given the difficulties I had yesterday, I'm not surprised that people are a little slow coming through the door. There's also a big update hitting the PC world right now, running through Windows. So that nearly got me today, except I double-checked last night on a whim. There's also a big update hitting Minecraft, which I'm just going to go. When it's time to not be doing anything mature, I'll go do that for a while. But I have to schedule my work, so I have to schedule my play too. Thank you, Thesis, for showing up. And, thanks. The Bachmans are amazing. I don't know what I did to deserve having those people in my life, but y'all are just incredible. And Thesis is an amazing guy. Morning, Sarah. I was about to comment the same thing. And I hope everyone stayed safe from all the pop-up tornadoes last night. I stayed up, is what I did. The weather fronts that nicely missed us played the, hey, Nick, do you remember when you broke that game? And so I am operating right now on approximately 2.5 hours of sleep. So pardon the bags under my eyes. Woohoo. But as you can see, I am still functional and I am not caffeinated. I might see if I can't get about 2 fingers of Mountain Dew of probably Mellow Yellow just to, not trigger things, but we'll see. Hey, Blade. Yeah, it's weird when no one's in here till 1:45. And good morning, Sarah. It's the Dark Pope himself, Carl Witzman, has joined us. I'm just lurking while working on some stuff. Lurking and working. Oh, God. Whoo! I caught myself, and I didn't have to severely green room myself for the next of that little association. To let folks know, one of my great guilty pleasures, epic rap battles in history, has returned a little bit. They've done a couple new ones. They were doing tour, so there's 1 or 2 new ones. I have to double check. But yeah. So I have to be careful lest my rhythm take hold of me and, earlier manifestations of Nick raise their weary head. It's a bit odd, but it does happen from time to time. That's true. And hey, Carl, and good morning. And Foxy Trags and grr. Arg. Ooh, is this a Joss Whedon joint? Bad robot. Mutant enemy. Anyway. Oh, God. You and I, you don't know it, but that dance was done in stereo without prompting. Fortunately, it was not broadcast, so, Trelena's shame is minimal. Mandy's laughing at that. Hey, Foxy. Is Sarah going to get out a few things I need to work on while lurking like if you can't do the GUR, are you a sci-fi fan? Look, I have a lot of creations I like, even though the creators may have had problematic streaks. I'm not going to change that habit because I liked music from the 80s. And if you listen to glam rock that's born in the 80s, it was fueled by substances other than food and caffeine. Anyway, and we've got, hey, Foxy, because everybody loves to say, hey, Foxy lady. I am not going to Opa, Gangnam Style or otherwise. Anyway, Thesis, it's cool that you came into Last Man Standing last night, even if Dan and I had monopolized the conversation. Oh, you two will when it happens. Due to my unreliable interwebs, I was not watching much of anything last night, but that's great to hear, Carl. I enjoy being on LMS, even if I don't say much. That's good. Others showing up. It's been ages since I popped into that show. You really should, Sarah. We need to get you also on. You're on that list of people who need to have shows, because I know these few people who are just heinously, obscenely charismatic, and what they'll do is they'll lurk in the back of shows, but they won't have their own show, and they won't come forward despite being radiant, beautiful people who everybody loves and would love to hear more about. I would never call out anybody. I would never ever bug or call out anybody, ever at all. I mean, oh, I should have left that up. That was a great response, and you guys missed it. Anyway, woo! I will remind you guys this: if you are uncomfortable having your appearance online for work or just humanoid imposter syndrome, I don't count. Please remember that ping tubing is really, really easy. And with a little bit of technical savvy, VTubing is relatively easy and quite popular for those of you who want to put your words out there, but want to do it from the safety of a mask. As somebody with enough letters in my diagnoses, masking has its place in life. You just have to know when to do it. And whoa, I need to have to get more coffee. Be back soon. I understand the need for coffee. Donna's coffee has been refilled too, so she will probably show up soon. Excellent. Sometimes I wish I could do coffee. There have been times in my life where I would almost take that far more literally than you could imagine. At some point, ask me the true origin of Mountain Dew, by the way. Not here. It is a very green room comment. I may have to redo a picture I did a long time ago in a campus far, far away. Anyway. I've been doing half calf. Not sure if that helps. Well, you have to balance things out. Woo! Remember to lower the volume for the intro. That's how you tell. I'm like a jumping bean. Boing, boing, boing. I would love to see that. And we're scrolling on. Hey, everyone. Hey, Donna. See, Donna took her time coming in. You know why? Because she likes to make an entrance. Donna Carleen is an amazing individual causing all the joy. Oh. I'm sorry, I just got a message, and I'm going to respond to that with all the question marks, but I will definitely take care of that. Sorry. The joys of having a sort of direct messages come through means I get interesting things in the comments. And speaking of interesting things, and since we did mention our own Donna Carleen, let's give her ad some love.
Which is worse, parental interference in your job or a person with a weapon when they shouldn't have one? Working security can be boring, but some conventions are a blast. Find this and all of Donna Carleen's books at lulu.com or look for her on ndcd.org.
Yep, folks, Donna Carleen writes wonderful things, and I am always happy to. Thank you for the star, dear. Okay. Morning, Donna. Oh, morning. How'd you guys do with the weather? Yeah, how did you guys hold up? We got like 38, 40 mile an hour winds. I think we cracked 45. So nothing big for Earl Park. Woo! I need to get a new kite. And Foxy says, enjoy your hot bean water. Your tea is just hot leaf juice. No, they said enjoy your bean water. And I was quoting Uncle Iro. I love the tea. Man, defensive forces came. Man, y'all. The tea militia rose up. The Lipton army has been notified, and the angels of the celestial seasonings have descended upon us. Anyhow, wow. Woo. And don't forget to like and share, folks. That's right. And Sarah says, we got good thunderstorms, but not nearly what we were expecting. Glad to hear the safety. Me too, folks, because when I heard that Kansas got hit with softball-sized hail, they showed images of no, thank you. And listen to the Dark Misses. Love it, like it, love it. Want some more of it? Yes. We remember. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. Last Man Standing last night turned into an independent creator directory ad. Oops! Oh, no. I'm glad that you manifest the energy properly when I'm not present. Hi, everyone. Out with Mom at her doctor's appointment right now. Hey, Alec. Good to see you, bud. Rock on. I hope you're doing okay. Why is this? I need to get more videos from Neil Litherland. But anyway, how you doing? Everybody, we're happy to see Alec. And hey, Alec. And I'm doing better than I was, Foxy. The bone baby turned into chew toy. No, okay. Let me explain. In what is only nickdom. I put the curtains the curtains down because after dark you don't look at the trees. Anyway, and it has a little dangly bit that you can pull. Well, I don't realize it, but I tend to catch it on things. So this morning I came out and I had unawares caught the little bone dragon with a bone dragon. I'm not talking about its morality, people. Pull your head out of the gutter. But wow. Anyway, dang. So it had gotten pulled up and was literally hanging, which is fine. I have a what's that? A Fortnite grenade and an anglerfish hanging from the other ones because, well, the Fortnite grenade was just interesting, and anglerfish. Statement begins. Now, if you understand the importance of the words statement begins, you'll understand why I have an anglerfish hanging. Not my big bone anglerfish. That's around here somewhere. The fact that I've misplaced a nearly 2-foot long light up, totally anatomically incorrect skeletal anglerfish does, make me wonder. Anyway, this was hanging. Well, Snickerdoodle, whom I love, but loves to chew on things, I came out and he was trying to hang off of it by chewing on the tail. So the baby bone dragon got a little knot on, but it didn't seem to mark it. So he is safe. He's back in here. Yeah. Oh, and if you want one of these guys, I got this guy at Menards for like $5. I know you're going to say, well, Nick, it's not Halloween. One of the great secrets of Menards, if you don't know, is if you take the elevator up to I believe they call it the mezzanine, they keep all their out of season stuff where you can still buy it. So you can look at whatever leftover Christmas decorations, whatever leftover Halloween decorations, any time of year. And many times they're still at the clearance price that they were at. This is where I shop for home decor, and this is where I'm hoping to go today after some necessary Walmarty things. I'm either going to get to go there or go to Goodwill to buy Nerf blasters that I desperately do not need. Possibly both. It depends on how merciful my loving wife is. And Sarah says, I have no idea what you're even talking about, Nick, with people thinking you're trying to force people into various pages of videos. That's a weird situation. Of course. I would never try to nudge, force, push, divert, elevate with a car jack, inflate, tie balloons to somebody's ego to try to float them up to the next level. I don't know what you're talking about. I do not have a short story that I intend to write in a to illustrate in a watercolor style as a quasi children's book called Magpie's Flight. I don't know anything like that. And I've never put my hands like this, and I've never had anyone step on my face either. Alec! Hi. Hey, Alec, hugs. Oh, it's good to hear, Alec. And we've got greetings, and we've got greetings, and we've got the black heart of Sarah. Oh. And I do love, because I really do, I picture it, that somewhere in Illinois, there's, in the middle of like a wooded area, that it shouldn't be, is just this clock tower. And it's this huge Gothic-looking clock tower with like bats that roost up top and bells. And all the way down, there's a huge sub-basement secret layer where Sarah comes out of her coffin. Well, casket. Because I think we should go casket with the square. It's a little more comfortable than the traditional coffin shape. But you hear... And Sarah rises as all these clocks go in the background. One of these days, I'm going to draw that up. But that would be a major endeavor. That would be one I'd have to spend time on. We'll see. But the surprisingly beating black heart of Sarah does delight me every time I see it. And hey, Greg, we're joined by Grey Wolf's Graphics. Hope you're having a good one. And we got greetings, and we got greetings, and we got greetings, and we got greetings. And Trey is a Finch neighbor of mine. True story. Yay! You two need to talk more. You're both awesome sauce. Wow. And last I checked, you have very close skin tone palettes, which means Trey can show you an awesome green and purple eyeshadow combo. Trust me on this one. Accidental horrific artistry is accidental and horrific. But, I'm just a gift to the world, people. It's just me and Danny DeVito trying to hold the world up like a couple of atlases. And morning, we got greetings. Sarah reminded me to start my Finch goals of the day. Aw, that makes me happy. Hey, Trey. Finch, I'm guessing not the birds. And Trey says, it's a self-care app with a little Finch avatar to get you to take care of yourself. Ooh, I was confused on it. And we're joined by Johnny. Blank will never be as good as me. That's just science. Well, I mean, yeah. And yeah, basically you can Mad Libs that. That could be blank. Doesn't matter. Johnny will always be the best vampire. None of that bothersome, poor me, mopey morality business. No, he's superior and he knows it. And, the opinions of walking Capri Suns should not really bother him. No matter how nice the bag. Anyway. Wow. Y'all, I'm in a mood. Morning. Here comes the dawn. Shooby-dooby. Here comes the dawn. Now, it's all right now because she won't promote herself, so I will. So you guys can go on Facebook and see her fashionable felines. Yes. And if you want to know, am I proud of that picture? I really, really am. And, Nick means business while he's putting his hair up. You know it. Why do you like your long hair like this? Because this will give, when I put my mask on, it goes right over where the strap holds, and there's usually a little bit of pocket in the hood to keep my hair off and keeps my neck cool. Oh yeah, I know where I'm going on this one. And hey, Don. I mean, the man always means business, but now he really means it. Joking. Oh, no. When it comes to elevating, y'all, when it comes to building up people against, the battles that hold them down, y'all know my gimpy self will walk right in the ring. I don't care. I might have to face Mike Tyson. I will get KO'd, but that's the only way I'll go down. Hi, Donna. It's Dawn, and we got lots of greetings. AI sounds like cheats in games to power level. Exactly. And you're cheating yourself out of the fun. You're cheating the world out of what you could create. And preach, brother. Honey, I will. I will preach on, and I'll get going again if I'm not careful. Because if AI disappears, you've got to use your own skills. Nailed it. Yeah, I've actually had a couple people accuse me, are you sure you're not doing AI? You're not using a cheat? And I understand why, because they had seen something I'd done on SketchUp. And it was a response to one of the Big Stompy Robots pictures. And I was like, well, here's it made in wood. I can send you the raw SketchUp file if you want. And if you give me a few seconds and a triangle and a straight edge, I'll give you a top, bottom, and side rendering, because I was the last person to be taught, straight mechanical drafting before they went CAD. So if they take my electricity away, I still have the tools. And I even found on sale on Amazon a miniature drafting board with integrated sliding bar and the triangles and an angle measure. So I'm like, heck yes. So that is supposed to be in sometime between now and the 28th. I've been waiting on that for a while. And yes, that is a business expense. I dislike AI as well. As well you should. Learn to draw hands. In fact, I have something else Wednesday to announce that is not on this channel, but has to do with the Indie Comics Network. Daphne Lage, artist extraordinaire, was doing one of her art streams. And she was talking about working from reference is different than tracing. And, you have to study with intent to get better. And if you want to be sure to delineate yourself from AI stuff, learn to draw hands. So she was talking about get this book that's coming of exercises and things to help you get better at that, and how she should do some more of it. And then somebody who shall remain nameless may have said, it would be terrible if you were to do a stream of just you doing dedicated handwork that possibly us other artists who are trying to improve hands, because I admit my flaws. Haha, I like drawing characters with their hands in their pockets. Hands in the pockets, hands in the hair, hands behind the cloak. Cut, Hollywood cutoff right here. No. I've been fighting. That's why I've been drawing a lot of sucky hands, because someone will have to get better. But she's going to start doing that, and I want to encourage her. So I want to say it's Wednesday afternoons. If you could be there, go to Daphne Lage's stuff, because it's a chance for us humanoid-type artists to get better at drawing hands. And Trey says, fun fact, crochet actually can't be done by a machine. So anytime you buy something crocheted, it's definitely handmade. That is really, really cool. And of course, as soon as you said the most foul of all four-letter words, the oath of all oaths, the thing that wounds me and Sergeant Bilko to our core, can't. My brain's like, well, wait a second. And I started trying to play with the mechanisms. I'm like, no, that would be a pain in the butt to do. That really would be. So, yes. Oh, AI is useful in blow-up dolls. Absolutely. I mean, there are places for AI. There is a gentleman, I don't know his name, I'll have to find it. He is making a functional Jarvis system that attaches to his laser-powered cutter and wood burner. So I would like to play chess. I seem to remember that you don't have a chessboard. Would you like to print one out? And then I'll have this whole video of this guy using a laser projected interface to converse and use AI to do good things. AI being used in conjunction with hardware to help people who have special needs or other physical limitations like Parkinson's and tremors and things like that, to allow them to feed themselves and cook for themselves with, assistance that way. This is wonderful. AI being used as a secretary reference kind of Cortana figure. Wonderful. And frankly, yeah, you know what? When the technology hits that they can make Android that can help you with your dishes or help you with, perhaps you have social need difficulties. Frankly, I worked with a lot of clients who obviously were not in a position to engage in activities. Something like that might be actually helpful. We can be mature about subjects like that, even if it's said in jest. I just don't want AI to be wielded by, and it really is a weapon and a tool. You know what? AI is a lot like this. This is my knife. It goes with me just about everywhere. In some people's hands, this is a weapon. In some people's hands, this is a tool. It can be either. So I'm not hating on AI. I'm saying it's not ethically sourced for art, and it's not ethically sourced for writing, and it lacks morality. So AI will consistently lie if you use it for writing, for nonfiction items. Therefore, it's not good for that. But being good for figuring out how to mow a lawn in, like a lawnmower Roomba, that's a great thing. Perhaps mini snowplow. Oh no, that would be terrible to have, people are talking self-driving cars. I want to see self-driving plows that can handle things safely. But we'll see. And Foxy says, your bracelet is ready to ship, Trey. And Trey is squeeing. I can't wait to see it in person. Probably Monday, since I will be busy today. That happens. I can't say it looks amazing. And Foxy put it up on her DA. Put your link in the chat, Foxy. That's why you have a wrench. I want you, if you have a DeviantArt, if you have a personal web page, put it up here so people can find it. Don Dulas. Hey, Thesis and Carl. Don, sites like DA will also let you put your writing up. Hey, Don, your surprise will probably go out Monday as well. Morning, all. Morning, Josh Kemp. And Josh is being greeted. And we've got more greetings and greetings and greetings. Hope you all stayed safe. It looks like we made it through. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Goodness, I can't stop my hands from shaking this morning. What's up, I wonder? Go through the checklist. Have you hydrated? Have you the proper calories in you? Have you gotten all your meds? Did you get all your sleep? Have you eaten anything? Yes. Did you get enough calories? Wow. Drank something, nothing solid yet, but I rarely eat in mornings. Makes me nauseated. You could try getting a breakfast shake, I tend to forget to eat. And having access to like those pre-mixed, what do you call them? Like Carnation Instant Breakfasts. They now come out in Girl Scout cookie flavors, and they're not bad. Yeah, Thin Mint and what I call Samoa. The caramel coconut. Very, very good stuff. And hey, Foxy. And maybe some honey or drink some juice with some sugar. And drink some water. Okay, so that was last night. Wait. That was last night. You did eat. You have the funny thing about the human mechanism is it needs to eat every few hours. God, it sounds like I'm talking to myself over here. I have to admit that, or Mandy was going to butt in and be like, Nick, pot, kettle. It's not hypocrisy if I'm helping others. It's an ironic tragedy. That's what it is. Hey, Josh. Morning, Trey. Do you like peanut butter? I often eat 1 spoonful of peanut butter in the morning just to get some nutrients in me. That's actually fairly common. And, if you don't like peanut butter, I have to ask Foxy, do you like pina coladas and dancing in the rain? Anyway, that earworm was brought to you by me being a fink. Hey, Josh. And sweet Thesis. Been drinking, took my meds, and Carnation Instant Breakfast with milk. He'll probably settle down in a bit. I guess you missed me, my lovely Dawn. Aw. Gotta lie down for a while. You're coming with me. Been up way too long. Oh, my. Well, folks, it's been a good show. IndieCD.com. IndieCD.com was freaking amazing because it was now. I need to get new signs because they all blew away. But yes, I'm excited. And I'm on build up for RegionCon. And that is in about a month in Cherville. I need to get the link put in so I can start putting the stuff out. Gaming calls to me. And that means I will be in the next, because I have hit that point, making a whole bunch of wooden BSRs. I'm talking to my dear friend Rich. I'm trying to learn to cut off the E, but I will fail, but I will try. Rich Asplund Jr. to possibly have mass-produced them because he's awesome, and I'm going to probably be working on some files using an older program to see if either he or the great Joseph Bachman can get them to tinker. And once I get my study put together, the paperweight, aka 3D printer over there, will again get tinkered with. And who knows, I might even get stupid and pull out the one I was supposed to assemble from many years ago and try to assemble that one and, turn my study / office / lab into a proper evil dungeon lab. That would be terrible. It has been brought to my attention that I do not have enough of my own artwork up in my own house. So, to prevent the wrath of certain individuals, I will be putting more art of my own artwork up here. I just have to find the poster sticky for my prints. And then I have to do new artwork, and I have to get my actual paintings up. I am aware. I'm planning to. Yes, I do actual landscape paintings. That's how I know how to landscape paint. I was a product of Bob Ross and improvisation. When I did not have access to the really nice, 8 colors by Prang that, you had as a kid. Yes, we know this. I may have gone, hey, can I paint with old coffee? Hey, can I paint with this? Will I get in trouble? Not if I clean it up before mom and dad get home. Hey, Sarah. Foxy says, I'm watching in bed. My computer's hooked to my TV. So you're telling me right now I'm laid down with Foxy and Sarah? Friends, everything is coming up, Nick. My goodness. Well, because Trey's here too, so it's getting awful snuggly in here. And to those of you who know, I like that ratio. That's an old callback. Anyway, Don, I birded you, Josh. And Don just got out of bed. Why? It's so warm and comfy. Join us. Join us. Feel the fizz of Coca-Cola. Anyway. Right, Don, it was great. I had to go to bed. We had it here this AM. Oh, there's room for everybody, Josh. Don't worry. It's a big old bed. Sorry, Don. Been up since 4. You might want to call a doctor if you've been up more than 4 hours. Anyway, question on Goodreads. As authors, do you get updates when someone shelves your book screen read? I think it's something you need to check. I think that's something you can look up. I'm not sure. That's a good question, because technically I have like Goodreads, but I haven't messed with it in a long time. The joys of an absent mind. And Nick, for funsies, the grr arg sound is my notification sound on my phone. So every time I get text, it goes grr arg. I love that. Dawn's been up for 20 minutes, so I'm still waking up. Wow, the phrase, the best part of waking up, is blank in your cup. That has a whole different meaning when you've been a sword fighter for a certain amount of time. Anyway, Dawn, I get all sorts of notices from Goodreads. Last one was you reviewing 3 books. Ooh, I need to look into that then, because that could be good for my ego, actually, because it's very easy to think I'm being forgotten when I look at my sales numbers sometimes. Anyway, Dan left me in charge at one point. It was interesting. Dan would never go, here's your boat, go sail. Boot? No, he would never do something like that. Shows? Why do I feel I'm being called out? Would I ever reach out to the lovely and charismatic people in my life and say, you could be doing a show and sharing your glory with the world and getting the praise and accolades you deserve? You could be putting a little bit of yourself out to get so much more back. Because, as my work, my broadcast schedule plus random appearances say, y'all know I put out. But Josh says, I'm still cooking but asleep, trying not to wake the wife. I'm cooking but still asleep. Okay. I got confused for a second there. Oh, good. He called Trey out. Wow. The double deuce. Trey manifests the double deuce. Okay. I see how it is. It's Friday. You know what? Just for that, Trey, I see how you is. Let's go. You think I won't do it? You think I won't? See, homie, don't play. I got your ad on speed dial. I see how I am. Yeah, that's right. The other thing I get from Goodreads are nags to read something. That's not bad either. Good. Be nagged. Turnabout is fair play. Wow. The loss of the opera is here inside your mind. Promote your stuff on YouTube. Oh, God, my voice cracked hard on that one. Nick? Yes? You said new kite? It dawned on me that it's been a while since I've flown a kite. And Dawn says, hi, Amanda. And Xander, if you're awake, Dawn says hi. If you're not, she still says hi. I know. I miss kites. That was fun. I used to have a fancy one. The tea drinker shall not be insulted, sir. I was quoting Uncle Iroh, and it wasn't insulting tea drinkers. It was referencing Zuko's lack of capacity at preparing tea. T-ball morning stars out in force. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so bad. Oh. One, the image of what real British combat looks like. Two, all I can now hear is Professor Elemental singing about tea and being British. I'm British. Anyway, better be careful. I'll summon Glenn B. Fleming. Yes, Dawn. I actually stayed awake and was on LMS. Alex says, needing a new one. You might get something at the end of the month at RPG session. Giant kite. Lightweight. It's huge. Won't ever use it. And we have too many kites. Oh, you don't have to give me things. You just come out to RPG day night and we'll have a blast. They were coming from the Southwest and nasty. It was either that something from the Southwest or coming from the Star Wars, and either of those are not something I want to encounter. I don't want to download the wrong episode. Downloaded the wrong version of the Clone Wars. Ahsoka, don't sit on that couch. Anyway, I was food coma in the past 3 days. Meals have been fantastic with friends. I've got some plans that could involve some good meals in the near future. And I got a ping. Let me make sure that it is doing well. I've got a couple friends who need me to be a little more available than I normally am. But none of that is on their venues, so I will check it all later. We've kite flying days at the park. It's a good time. And let's see. I like to fly a kite. Well, basically, you have to realize that Bert from Mary Poppins was basically my life direction coach. So let's go fly a kite. Don't get sued with a Disney fight. Anyway, got some good pics of the cloud from the storm south of us yesterday. Glad it stayed there. I have some decent ones of the front going by, turning the sky brilliant. I need to do a skyscapes post. Thanks for the reminder. We almost always have a breeze here. I should get one. Yeah. Cats being cast. Yes, you did, Dawn. I wonder if our Menards does that. There's only one way to find out. You go over to the elevator and you hit the button. Or you can walk the stairs, but hidden elevator versus fairly obvious stairs. Which am I taking? It's windy enough here that you can actually fly a box kite. I made others jealous once with their traditional kites. I also had a Batman-shaped kite. Let's see. I've had a lot of the Delta Wing kites over the years, because coming from LaPorte County, you could go down to the beach. And by us, it was definitely down because we were up at 300 plus feet above sea level. But yes, they had amazing kites, like the full-length dragon kites and stuff. Oh, the Sky Krakens. and then the guys who have the kite fights and the kite racers, and the dudes who kiteboard, and then the people who don't mean to kiteboard. Oh yeah. Wish I still had that Batman kite. It would be worth enough money to get some premium cigars. Ha 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 ha. Post away anytime. The only person who should not be posting is someone in a Western saddle. I have this thing. Y'all cowboys, you're riding Western. Stop that. Just stop. No. You are not English riders. You are not wearing jodhpurs. That is a proper saddle. Use it as such. And if you think I sound inflamed about that, you need to hear Mandy and the whole rain gate thing about all the Yellowstone dudes tying off their reins. Anyway, I just heard it like a terrifyingly evil giggle from the living room at that. And let's see. That is the one sad thing about kites. They don't tend to last real long. This is true. But that's sort of like all the great things in life. The things that matter are fleeting and effervescent. And that's why it's important to recognize the beauty in the temporary things that happen. You know, real soon the jonquils will be coming up and the daffodils. They only last a while, but you enjoy them. And the faith that they'll come back later. And Thesis says, as somebody who's understanding, promote yourself. Guys, please, it shouldn't be like pulling teeth. Come join me tomorrow at 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern, as I discuss common misconceptions I've encountered as a Buddhist in Mormon land. A Buddhist in a Mormon land. Oh, God. Okay. And that would be a Thesis's tea house. I really hope Carl can get in on that discussion. It was windy enough in Fowler during NDCD Con Week of Fall Chris as a kite. It wasn't bad, yes. We have a fridge problem at Carl. Water is coming out of it. OMG, Carl. Water is coming out of the fridge. Ice maker broken? Probably. I flew myself as a kite once. Okay. Kite story. Very special kite story. I don't tell this one often. I was in a lot of clubs in high school, believe it or not. And they didn't even, my teacher didn't believe me, so she wouldn't let me out to go get the pictures. So I actually am not in the book where I should be because my school system was nightmarish and many of the people were rabidly incompetent. And as a 42-year-old man, I would like to find them and either have profound words with them or possibly deface their gravestones. I'm not sure which, but these things happen. Should they ever tear down the building, I would pay good money to be the person to hit the button that either blows it up or swings that first wrecking ball. But that being said, we'd gone through everything the last day of school, and it happened to be the last science club. And I was out at the field that's no longer a field. They had to make it parking out in front of the school. And I was flying a kite because we made kites, and it was working very well. And mine got out, and it wouldn't come down. It got high enough to catch a jet stream, and it was just not. And I'm standing there, and somebody I cared a lot about that I had grown distant from. We had a conversation that meant the world to me, because figured there was a good chance I'd never see her again. And everybody went. came in, but I couldn't get my kite down. So I was there for hours before the wind finally let it down in front of the school, trying to figure out, okay, I got to get through graduation, but now what? I survived it. And it's one of those moments that hangs crystalline in my mind. It's absolutely beautiful. Radiant blue sky, way high cirrus clouds just getting, just cut across the sky like Bob Ross was doing some, flick paintings. Happy little clouds just streaked. And I just stood there looking at the high school, thinking about the places and people that, had been good and those who had tried to do things that lots of near misses and a few scars. So I'll always have a very special place for kite flying. I know, odd, little bittersweet, but sometimes we need that. Poor Chris, if you had done that. And Foxy, how? No, at the bottom side. Dust Devil, 9-year-old me in Dad's jacket. Now that's awesome. I only broadcast at certain times. Why am I getting every message known to man? Okay, I know why. Because I've been unsubscribing from a lot of emails. So they're giving me the, are you sure you want to be unsubscribed messages? Yeesh, Carl. I end up on the roof. That is so cool! Trey and Joe were discussed on LMS last night. You might have to go check that. My internet was not letting me. Oh gosh, Foxy, sounds like it was fun and or scary. My parents were not amused, but it was so much fun. Yes. And I know I added much fun, but where's the water coming from, Josh? A fridge shouldn't have water going into it unless you have an ice maker. Squee, my babies. I am really behind. Let me see how bad. Okay. Okay, here we are. We're okay. Holy moly, Foxy, that's scary. My brother popped his screen out and I just went back inside like nothing happened. I don't have an ice maker on. That was my problem before. Might not check the water in the fridge till the fridge is shut off. That's going to be a mess. Yeah, sounds unpleasant. And Chris Walker, hello, Chris. Responsibility, getting my oil changed. Good. We support car maintenance in these parts. Oh, and Joe joins us. Hey, Joe. Good morning, folks. Down in Fishers, Indiana today. Getting ready to find lunch. See most of you later tonight. We'll see you, Joe. I've been just keeping your wife warm, as is, tradition. I won't tell people I won the lottery, but there'll be signs. Why is there a order for a Montana-sized king? Shoot, it's not supposed to be a Montana-sized king. It's supposed to be an Alaskan king. Gosh darn it. I'm going to have to send that back. Anyway. Why do you need a 15-foot wide bed? So that I can sit on one side with my breathing machine. Duh. Hey, Chris. What? Everybody just puppy piles. Oh, once again, I'd like to remind people I am apparently not a lycanthrope. Do not let your fictional depictions be. Will do, and good job, Chris. Car care instead of flying over Fowler. Hey, Chris, are you a kite? Yeah. And another squee. Hi, Chris. Lunch, Joe. I'm just making coffee. Joe gets up early and he goes to bed late and he does all the jobs plus some. It's really quite problematic. Because you're like, oh God. Now I have to be motivated to do something or I'm going to look bad. Darn it. Lunch. No idea. Heroic pose! I don't know why, but I will provide by your request. Aw, pupper lovins. Oh my. Hey, Chris and Joe. I'll have to go back and watch LMS from last night later. Thesis says yes. Yes, you will. Donna said, I thought the worst four-letter word was work. Shudders. No, because I like the way you work it. Mo diggity. Lamau, Donna. I need a chess set. I have a table that has a chess board on it, but I have no pieces to play with. Well, we need to see about doing something about that, Foxy. Of course, I need someone to play with as well. Does Thesis not play chess? And no self-driving plows. Then Joe can't plow the town. No, I want to keep Joe warm and in bed. It's not the town that needs plowing. Comments that will get me more direct messages. Anyway. DeviantArt.com/FoxyNerd83. Look at that. She's promoting. Don Dulas. Facebook.com/Georgette and Buddy. Guys, this is gold. Since I got called out. Absolutely. That's my job. The furthermore must be Nevermind. Don't give me no furthermore. We haven't got time for that. That's right. I'm over here cutting out shoe leather like the boss. Anyway, good girl. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second. Good girl. Wait. Handshaking? Knees trembling? Where's Thesis? Never mind. Don't want to know. Handshaking, palm sweaty. Great, now I want spaghetti. Anyway, local signing event in June was canceled. I'm super sad about it. Yes, I know it. I can see the acronym in my mind, and it's not coming up. That's okay. But and by the way, like the shirt, thank you. I'm sorry it's so wrinkled, guys, but yes, this is my Scooby-Doo shirt. You know, I mean, it's not actually Scooby-Doo, but I saw it from like across Walmart, and I had to do like the Fat Guy Velma run. I don't know if you guys could actually hear the Foley work of me doing. Oh, good. The bit's so much better. And we're joined by the Woke Breaker. Hey, Woke, what's happening? Alec, are you here yet? Speaking of artwork hanging up, how are the kids coming along? No worries if it's not done. Just curious. Hi, Woke. Alec has a good bit of stuff on his. We have a local lady that does paintings with coffee. That's cool. Hi, Dawn. Hey, Woke. And they're actually coming, Dawn. Almost done, actually. I'll email the progress later. Sweet Alec, thank you. And we're joined by Miss Saren, the voice of Haints and Hellfire. How are you doing, darling? I know you weren't feeling very good. I hope you're doing well. And we've got everybody's greeting Miss Saren. And we're just going to pop through these real fast. And Dawn says, just updated my progress on Haints and Hellfire on Goodreads. Ooh, I need to find and look that up because I'm rather proud of the book. Oh, Mags, have you have you gotten into the second one yet at all? That's okay. It means I have more time to work on it.
There we go.
Serious.
I was trying to figure out buttons. No, I haven't yet. So I've got my to be read pile and my also digital to be read pile. Yeah. It's con lead up after the con.
That's why I was asking if you'd gotten into it, because I wanted to know, like, it's going to be a busy time. Maybe we could do a stream sometime where we're both working on fidget type things, you know?
Yes.
I will let you hide now because I know you're shy. Oh, and the easy way to get in and out is just click the middle of your picture on the little matchbox. I call them the matchboxes because that's how big the little views are. I usually have just that much of Joey doing the. Okay, that was scary coming out. I scared myself because that giggle was not intended.
Oh, I hit.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Mo diggity. And it dawned on him, Nick, I'm all about it. Uncle Iro is the tea drinker. Absolutely. Uncle Iro, like I said, I have my fictional and real heroes, and they, my inspirations. Bert from Mary Poppins, and coincidentally, Dick Van Dyke himself. Uncle Iro. I just resonate with Artie from Warehouse 13. And like all great things, I just ignore that last season because it's one of my, if they don't kill us, they turn us and kill us. Hey, Miss Saren. Hey, Donna. Nick, I just realized that this month makes basically a year of us knowing each other because if I'm correct with my times and dates. Yeah, March makes a year. Wow, I'm getting old. 1, you're fine. 2, that is awesome because you're one of those people who just slotted right in and it's like known them forever. How long is forever? Object permanence is really, really weird with me sometimes. And like when somebody manages to slide into that their categories, it's like, oh no, that's mine. Go away. What do you mean that? No. This is how I objectify people. I will admit this. I go, that's mine, and I do this. Right here. Stay away from me and my pet. Oh, but it's been a wonderful year, and I'm glad to know you, Alec. That means I've been running. Wow, I'm coming up on a year of the RPG. Cool. Heck yes. I'm getting run by Lovin from Charcoal because it's almost kitty lunchtime. Well, that happens. We're like 5,200 feet above sea level. Yeah, I know. Utah is beautiful. You do ootings in Utah. Anyway, I like it up there. It does take me a minute to adapt, but you see, the lack of allergens is offset by the lack of oxygen, so my breathing remains basically normal. Yay, kitty lunchtime and run by Lovin'. It's cat lunchtime already. Well, in case we don't make it back, see some of you later. Yes. Oh, posting my first video on the new channel tomorrow. So if anyone wants to follow to get the notification, you can do that at that channel. Miss Saren, please DM that to me through I was gonna say Facebook, but you don't Facebook. Through Twix. Because I don't want to miss that. Heading home, you have a good one. And maybe only 1,400 feet or so. That's okay. He said doo-doo. Wow. I can't even green room that. I mean, womp, 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 womp. Got that link saved. Similarly, my first stream, Stardew Valley, will be on. Oh, you're on Twitch too. Twitch.tv/Miss Saren. I am I admit I'm horrible about keeping my Twitch viewing scheduled because I haven't made my friend Hana's in quite some time. And I haven't made Robin Yoda's in quite some time. And I haven't made, and I will try. I'm just terrible about that. Just sub, Sarah. That's right. You sub for Sarah. Anyway, I'm in trouble today, guys. This is what happens when I don't get sleep. Real honest stream of thought and it comes out. Thanks, guys. No, thank you, because you are awesome, Miss Sarah. And Yeah, I gotta go feed the kitties. Everyone have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday morning, if not before, most likely. Have fun with the kitties. Have a good kitty lunch. Bye bye now. No. Hi, Joe. IABE. Independent Authors Book Expo. See, I thank you. Sadly, I never learned to play chess. Okay, true confession of a tactical gamer. I hate chess with a passion. I hate chess with a passion for two distinct reasons. I loved chess when I was first learning, and then I found out that there are people who memorize all the gambits, and that is not a fun way to play. The other thing is, chess is a game of attrition and sacrifice. The only way to achieve victory is to strategically set your units out to fail. It might shock you, but that goes completely in diametrically opposed to every philosophy I have, where my goal is and will always be the protection of my units, be they my family unit, my friend units, my mind units. So yeah, I literally feel empathically bad as a commander sending units off to die in chess. Now, big stumpy robots, they're getting blown up. Everybody's having a good time. I don't know why, but chess feels more. Yeah. That being said, it is not terribly hard to learn. There are a lot of free chess games that you can get for your phone that will show you what moves you can make, or for your computer. Yes. And that's Woke's channel. Stop by it for a good time. Nerd culture chat. One of these days I need to make that. The audio version of chapter 20, especially one paragraph. Now I'm curious. You have to look up your own book? Yes, I have to look up my own book. Okay. Chapter 20. Virgins. I forgot that I made snazzy Japanese. Well, there are a couple that are spicy. I mean, like Violent Rise. Let's see. And I will tell you this from the bottom of my black little heart. Oh, yes. Okay, I bet I know which one. And I bet it involves Miss Crimson. Not Sarah Saren. Wow, I said Sarah Saren. I combined Miss Saren and Sarah. Wow. I can't think of an entity that cool. Anyway, Miss Saren, she got it. Well, like when she sent me her recording for Miss Crimson, it gave me chills. When I heard her covering Billy, it gave me chills. But when that woman can do things with her voice that are on par with Dan Holofield. You know what I'm saying? Just opposite ends of a very balanced spectrum. It's like, yes. It's not the time known, it's the memories in time known. Yep. And Nick is Lancian. If you know, you know. I don't know. Boom. Boom. I can solve problems with Boom. Took me a little while to adjust when I first came here. I believe it with the error. And I can explain it to you, Don, but it would be better for you to watch yourself. And I just got a copy of Judix in the mail this morning. It's excellent. Great to hear. I'll go sub now, Miss Saren, as you should. Our internet will not support Twitch, steals all the bandwidth. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Subbing for Saren sounds like getting interrogated in a day all bad cops are taking a vacation. Wow. And thanks, Woke Breaker. Or I'd rather play Waikiki or Mahjong. I'm not sure about the first one. Unfortunately, my Chinese pronunciation is not as good as it should be. And thank you, Johnny dear, I think. Checkmate, Saren. Checkmate. And Trey subscribed to Woke. And wait, I don't want to play chess with you again, Johnny. You win too easy and it makes me grumpy. Aw. Involved something I had to do with a lot of scheduling for when I worked at the shelter. LOL. Huh. Okay. I'm going to have to check that out. And I learned to play chess in the parks in New York. My brother was really good and would take me to learn from people in the park. That's cool. Oh, thanks. Look, people accuse me sometimes of, Nick, you're so flattering. You're always saying these nice things. And then, because I get these DMs. Oh, no one's really that nice. It's like, no, you don't understand. I'm not that nice a person. No, really, I'm not. I'm a very kind person, but I am not a nice person. So what that means is, guys, if I say somebody is talented, they're talented. Okay? They're not a little talented. They're not whatever. They're very talented. And it's not that I am buttering up people to make them sound impressive, because I'm not. It's that I am blessed to travel in circles with some of the most brilliant, kindest, most spiritually evolved, most elegant, refined, amazing creatures on this planet. The people I talk to in this chat, the people I call friends, very often are staggeringly, indeed monstrously talented, to a point where even after all these years, I'm not sure how I got to this table. I'm not sure why y'all let me stay at this table. Every instinct prior to this table that life has taught me tells me that that's not, like, my thing. I am beyond my stature. But I fake it every day so that you guys know that you can too. It's the truth. It's the truth. I am getting absolutely cook glared right now. I'm not going to bring her up simply because I don't want you guys to see me get that defiled by a glare from my dear Trelena. Oh, wow. Wow. She pulled a tawny.
Oh, no,
on
I'll
me.
bring myself up. Just.
And see, Woke knew that was coming to say thanks, Trey. No. The specific paragraph I'm referring to. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about now. And it's a character in The Untamed. Foxy and I both agree is the character we think of Nick. Kitty thinks he's more Nai Hussein. He got bonked. Was that a wet noodle? And Johnny's just saying harder. Wow, Johnny. Wow. Way to let that slip. It was a roll of felt. And it was felt. Anyway, I've got an hour 40. I'll have to check that out. Yes, I need to look that up too. But I need to run some ads and I'm going to wrap up, guys, because I was planning to go out and I can hear my voice just starting to get scratchy from the joy of talking. It's been a great show, though. So let's see. Who shall I promote first?
Welcome, friends. I'm Bladed Thesis, and this is my tea house. Come join me every other Saturday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time as we discuss Chinese culture, history, philosophy, and of course, martial arts. You can find me at youtube.com/BLADEDTH3SIS. Pull up a chair, grab a cup of tea, or the drink of your choice, and join the discussion.
What up, lovelies? This is Mike Jimmy, CEO of Fairies and Ants and creator of Love and Korra, now back with our 7th issue in the series, The Bond. Love and Korra is a series of one-shots, building a world one story at a time. A couple of years ago, I imagined a world, and I told a couple of writers to go have fun in my sandbox. And so they did. Each adventure is unique and adds just a bit more to make this world feel more and more alive. They can be read separately and all contain a complete story. In our upcoming release, you follow Sevier and Aphil on their journey into maturity and find out if their friendship breaks down in rage or whether their bond is stronger than bad emotions. Now on Kickstarter and Fund My Comic.
I'm sorry, I'm still going through chapter 20, trying to find just which of the which of the paragraphs would be problematic. And the problem is, let's just say chapter 20 is spoiling for problematic paragraphs. And if you haven't read it, I won't give you spoilers, although I'm really tempted to just randomly grab a paragraph. But basically, anything Camille Crimson says is enough to be problematic. Yeah, there's just a lot going on. Just there's a lot. I literally can't tell you which of these paragraphs would be problematic enough. You're gonna have to read the book to find out. But I do need to do. We got into it, but I do want to remind folks to go over and see Daphne and Nita if you haven't. Yes. And Johnny says, let it slip all right. Well, Johnny's ready to let slip the dogs of war. Woof. Anyway, www.imprint.com, Gallery Johnny, JP7, Red Mercy poster. Now, when Johnny drops a link to an image with no setup, you know it's going to be good and probably very, very, very spicy. So y'all have fun with that. Have a great Friday, all. It's an excellent show, Don. That's all I will say. The way he dropped that without comment. Johnny has a new gorgeous print on the link. I'll be making a print of the picture Johnny drew for me to go on my wall, actually, in the near future. I'm getting to love that ad more and more each time. I'm glad to see it. The Trumpinator bobblehead. The Trumpinator bobblehead I ordered for my eldest son for his birthday came in today. We are in a very odd time stream, folks. Yeah, that chapter. It will. It's a fun chapter. I was flipping through it, and it's like, yes. Heck, the part where Brock the reporter is describing his situation. I will say that. He describes the situation. And you have to understand, I write stream of thought. It does not get recorded very well. It just goes straight to the paper. So I'm like, oh my God, I wrote that, didn't I? Took a picture of the paragraph. Check your DMs. You know what? I would normally close up now, but frankly, y'all, at least she's got to see me see the reaction to see, because I can send that if it wakes up. Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon. Yes, that is exact. Well, that is a paragraph I thought it was. And yes, Miss Saren's voice is going to melt. Yes. I will say it starts with "there you are," and I'm going to stop. I could give the page number for people really curious, couldn't I? Yeah, I could. I just have to find it now. Page 209. Class, open your book to page 219. There will be no foolish wand waving in this class. I have a guess of which one. Yup, knew it. Well, folks. The sentence immediately following that paragraph was, he was permitted to nod and did so. Anyway, with that, friends, and remember, yes, my world is an interesting place. I have known interesting people, and I will say this. Some characters are obvious or not obvious homages to characters I have loved, obviously. And there's that word again. Even if I couldn't read lips, I knew exactly what Trey was saying. But and then there's some that are based as a sort of amalgamation of people I know and have known. And Miss Crimson is very much an amalgamation of several people I've known. And that should both delight and terrify you. So, friends, viewers, listeners, before you go on with your day, that word had better be. I had to read that again. Like, what? One must keep their pets in their place. Anyway, it would be uncouth to do anything less. Now, there's that word again. I want you guys to look out at the world around you. And I know it's spooky. I know it's scary. I know there's storm clouds on the horizon, figurative and literally. And I want you to go out and I want you to do what you can to make your little part of it a bit brighter, a bit kinder. I want you to go out and tell your stories, whether they're joyous, happy stories or mournful tales or strange horror stories with very interesting lawyers and reporters. Go out and create. Draw your stuff. Draw your squiggles. Draw your great works of art. Yeah. Whether you be, just a little kid or you find yourself in a Da Vinci class, draw, create, stitch, however your art manifests, be they fiber or traditional or digital or martial, all arts are for everyone. Go out and find yours, or literary. So write, draw, do what you do, because you can always improve it. You can edit it, you can make it better, but you cannot edit a blank page. Now, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart, and you should too. I will see some of you tonight at 8 o'clock my time for the Historical Fencing Guild. I know that video is not set up. That's because I know that there's very, very bad storms. So I will be setting that video up close enough to make sure that the storms have made my internet work. That way I'm not getting yelled at, because if you bail on too many times on Facebook, things get weird and I don't want to fight that. So I'm planning to do a show tonight. It may have a late start because I have to run 2 places. We'll see. And then I will be back Monday for the next episode of Nevermind the Furthermore. Toodles, folks.